God is good. You don't seem convinced. God is good. And all the time. And that is his nature. Wow. Thank you. The Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, Cabinet Secretary is led by Matiang'i, my friend Tobiko, Cabinet Secretary Keter, Governors present, led by Governor 001, Hassan Hali Joho, Governor 047, Governor Kananu, my own governor, and our First Lady, Nazi. Where are you? Yes. My friend Isaac Kalua, I hope you will be recognized at some point. Where is Isaac Kalua? Green Africa Foundation. Chief Conservator, John Kamau, I must recognize you for the work that you have done. Karibu Makueni. First things first. We hope that you are enjoying yourself in Makueni. I can see a lot of you are feeling the heat. Those are the effects of climate change. Get used to it. It's not going to change. We were hoping that we would have some rains. Now, on the theme of what we are discussing, allow me to make just one or two remarks. In the summit in Glasgow 2 weeks ago, somebody said, we are digging our graves. The people who said we are digging our graves come from beautiful cities in the world: Stockholm, Geneva, London, Beijing, Washington, UAE, Sao Paulo, etc., etc. In our own region here, and I want to say this without any fear, that we have allowed polluters to pollute the source of water for Makueni, Machakos, Kitui, and otherwise downstream. The Athi River is the most polluted water source in Kenya. When it is in Athi River, it's black. When it's in Machakos, it's light green. By the time it comes to Makueni, it's yet another color. Why are we allowing polluters to pollute the water source that is killing our residents? While they say in those cities, we are digging our graves, in Kenya, we are already in our graves. And I hope we are going to have a serious resolution about dealing with people who are affecting our environment, beginning with Athi River. Number two, allow me to congratulate CS Tobiko and John Kamau, the Chief Conservator. A few months ago, we realized that there were people logging our forests up in one of our constituencies where we have 2,600 hectares of forest cover. I called CS Tobiko together with the Chief Conservator. The person in charge in Makueni was interdicted, and for the first time, we now have a community forest association courtesy of the CS Tobiko and the Chief Conservator. Wapigieni makofi. We want to transform those forests now, with the help of Kenya Forest Service, into changing livelihoods. If we can have beehives there, I've spoken to Waziri. If we can do that, we'll be happy. Somebody mentioned that in Bahamas, they said that Bahamas will be underwater in 2095. Now, when I was a young man, I represented a gentleman from Baringo, and I used to visit Lake Baringo, where there was a gentleman with 5 wives and 5 islands. Those 5 islands are now underwater. Lake Nakuru, part of it, is now underwater. So climate change is real. And what we are missing is not legislation, because we have the Climate Change Act. Makueni has its own climate change policy. What we are missing, ladies and gentlemen, in Makueni today is political goodwill. And I'm glad everybody is seated and listening. And the bigwigs are behind me. Because what we are missing, ladies and gentlemen, is political goodwill. Let the polluters of our environment pay. Because I have said this in the Senate before, that the fine that is under the MCA Act is so easy to pay. You pollute and put effluents into Athi River, the fine under Section 143, they will easily pay. Why are we allowing people to pollute our environment? I will end there, but I will not forget to tell you, on your way home, after 3 days, if you are using Makueni, Wote to Katumani Road, stop at Etangine and buy some fruits. Buy some fruits, and if all women greet you and say wacha, don't say siwachi. The correct response is so. You say if you are using this route from Makindu to Hunters all the way up, Emali, Sultan, stop and buy a fruit. You bless this county. We are the top producers of mangoes in Kenya today. It's unfortunate you have come before the season. We are also a producer of the Pixie oranges that, of course, have dried because of the adverse conditions. So, Governor, I hope that you can get a resolution, and because of the adverse weather, I can see that we are going to have drought, and that drought needs to be mitigated. Welcome to Makueni once again. My dear colleagues in the Senate, the Speaker will introduce you. I've only seen one member of Parliament. His name is Patrick Moyo Musimba. He's the only one I have seen. Karibu, Patrick Moyo Musimba. Asanteni, Mungu awabariki.
Thank you very much.